Sa bawat usok na sinusukay, may pangakong kalangitan na mas malinaw.
Ano po ang dapat nating matutunan tungkol sa Pollution Control Officer Accreditation? Pero bago natin talakayin yan, if kung hindi ka pa nakakapag-subscribe, nakakapag-follow sa ating channel, please subscribe, please follow para sa mga future videos at sa ating mga video tutorials. Ano ang mga dapat nating tandaan patungkol sa PCO accreditation? Unang-una, ang PCO accreditation ay compliance requirement ito ng company. Lalong-lalo dito sa tinatawag natin na revised guidelines for Pollution Control Officer Accreditation or DAO 2014-02. So, syempre bilang responsible citizen, responsible business owners, dapat meron tayong compliance sa mga rules and regulations. So isa sa mga dapat kino-comply natin, itong nakalagay sa DAO 2014-02 na dapat sabi dito sa Section 3, ang mga establishments that discharge solid, liquid, or gaseous waste to the environment or whose activities, products, or services are actual and or potential sources of land, water, or air pollution. So, dapat merong accredited PCO. So, ang PCO accreditation ay compliance requirement. Ano pa ang pwede nating maalala o dapat tandaan sa PCO accreditation? Sa PCO accreditation, dito sa Section 4, although definition of terms po ito nakalagay sa letter T, Pollution Control Officer. Ang PCO accreditation ay nagpapatunay na ang isang officer ay competent in pollution control and environmental management. So, syempre, pwede nating sabihin na ang PCO accreditation dahil meron tayong formal accreditation as competent or person competent in pollution control. At sinabi pa nga, kasama ang environmental management. So, hindi ka talaga magkakaroon ng formal accreditation kung hindi ikaw competent in pollution control and environmental management. So, malaking bagay na sa isang tao na nare-recognize ka, especially ng mga government agency. So, malaking bagay na meron tayong PCO accreditation. Sa ibang banda, ang definition kasi ng pollution control officer ay merong official accreditation from Environmental Management Bureau Regional Office to perform such responsibilities. So ang PCO accreditation ay isa ding accountability and responsibility. Kung titingnan natin, nakasulat dito sa Section 10 ng DAO 2014-02. Sabi dito sa Section 10, let me show on the right. Section 10, duties and responsibilities of accredited PCO. At binibigyan tayo ng responsibility, duty, and responsibility kapag ka accredited na tayo. So, malaking bagay na tayo ay accredited bilang PCO dahil nagkakaroon tayo ng mga formal duties and responsibilities. And dito nga, meron tayong sa Section 10, at least 21 items. So, meron tayo ditong 21 items, yung mga duties and responsibilities natin. Okay? So, bilang PCO na duly accredited, kailangan mong gampanan ang duties na yan. At sabi dito, the PCO, as shown on the right, shall be liable for any violation of PD 1586, RA 6969, RA 8749, RA 9003, RA 9275, their respective IRRs, and other pertinent rules and regulations committed by the establishment. So meron talaga tayong accountability, meron tayong duties and responsibilities. So dapat natin tandaan na once accredited ka na, it's not already your choice to perform your duties and responsibilities. Accredited ka na eh. Kasunod pa dyan sa sinasabi sa Section 12, kung babasahin natin, all accredited PCO shall submit SMR. Ano ba yung SMR? Self-monitoring report to the EMB Regional Office on a quarterly basis. So meron ka ng reporting duty sa EMB Regional Office. Parang kung babaliktarin mo, kung hindi ka pa accredited PCO, wala pa nagbibigay sa iyo ng ganitong responsibility. Now, ano pa ang dapat nating tandaan tungkol sa accreditation? Well, dito sa Section 11, sabi dito, renewal of PCO accreditation. So, hindi siya lifetime. Meron siyang renewal. Subject for renewal ang ating PCO accreditation. At nakalagay dito sa Section 11, anong sabi dito? The PCO accreditation shall be renewed every 3 years. So, yun pala. Hindi siya lifetime valid. So, dapat nire-renew every 3 years. So, tayo ng mga accredited PCO na, once na mag-expire yung ating accreditation, dapat inire-renew. At kadalasan merong accreditation certificate naka-indicate yung mga validity for 3 years, and then sinasabi like 6 months before expiration dapat i-renew mo, or 30 days before expiration i-renew mo. Kung ano nakasulat mismo sa certificate of accreditation. So during this discussion, ang aking sinasabi ay 30 days before expiration, kailan i-renew mo ang iyong accreditation. Unless otherwise indicated in your certificate of accreditation. Kung ilan ang nakalagay doon, days or months before expiration, dapat i-file na ang renewal. Yun ang susundin natin. Ano pa ang dapat maalala natin sa PCO accreditation? Kung mapapansin natin dito sa Section 10, Item number 1, together with the managing head, ensure compliance with the requirements of PD 1586, RA 6969, RA 8749, RA 9003, and RA 9275. So kapag ikaw ay accredited PCO, may mga gamit yan eh. So halimbawa, compliance to PD 1586. Sa compliance to PD 1586, dito we are securing ECC and eventually submit compliance monitoring report every 6 months. At sino ang nag-prepare nito? Prepared by the PCO, duly accredited, uh, PCO by concerned regional office of EMP. So, isa yan. When we secure ECC at pag nakakuha na tayo, ang kasunod na niyan ay reporting. Ang naggumagawa niyan, yung accredited PCO. And one of the conditions ng ECC, mayroong kang accredited PCO. Kaya nga, mahalaga itong PCO accreditation. Pangalawa, meron din ditong compliance to RA 6969. At dito, we register as hazardous waste generator para magkaroon tayo ng DNR ID number issued by EMB Regional Office. O nasan ngayon dito yung PCO accreditation? One of the requirements for registration, yung accreditation mo as PCO. Okay? As one of the requirements for registration. So makikita mo through hazardous waste management system, pag magre-register ka na, hahanapin sa'yo yung PCO accreditation certificate. At sa dulo, once registered, ano ka na, magsasubmit ka na ng self-monitoring report. Yun na yung kasunod doon. At sino na naman ang nagpe-prepare nito o nag-a-accomplish? Yung accredited PCO. Kung babasahin natin yung nakasulat sa section 10, na nakasulat sa section 10, item number 13, promptly submit CMRs, SMRs duly accomplished and signed by the PCOs. At ang tinutukoy na PCO dito, yung accredited PCO. So malaking bagay na nakakapag-comply tayo sa RA 6969. Una, dahil tayo ay accredited PCO. Yan. At sumunod na yung tayo ay nagre-register as waste generator. When you register as waste generator, hahanapin sa'yo ang PCO accreditation certificate. Kaya malaking bagay ang meron tayong PCO accreditation. Ganun din yung compliance sa RA 8749. O dito, we secure permit to operate for air pollution source installation, if you are listening. Gaya ng generator set, boiler, fuel tanks, furnace, etc. Maraming mga iba't iba pang installation. At dito, during application for permit to operate, hahanapin naman ang PCO accreditation certificate as one of the requirements. Kaya napakalaga ng PCO accreditation at saka once secured, submit na ng self-monitoring report. Sino naman ang gagawa nito? Ang PCO na naman, duly accredited. Okay? And then meron pa tayong compliance to RA 9275. Dito, we secure wastewater discharge permit. Hahanapin na naman ang wastewater discharge permit natin para sa ating mga septic tank, para sa ating STP or WWTP, anything na makakatulong sa quality ng effluent. Ang PCO accreditation certificate is one of the requirement during discharge permit application. Kaya kailangan natin mauuna magkaroon ng PCO accreditation certificate. Okay? At marami pa dapat tayong pwedeng pag-usapan dito about PCO accreditation. At kung may gusto kang idagdag, pwede mong i-comment yan sa baba. No? Ang gusto nating sambitin ay malaking tulong ang accreditation bilang pollution control officer sa company as a compliance requirement. And then sa moral obligation natin, sino ba ang focal person sa mga company para sa environmental compliance? Itong ating PCO accreditation. Thank you very much for time listening and God bless us all.